While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time. With Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. Happy to welcome you to week 2 of 3 here in the preseason. Now, this is the week, Brock, where a lot of players, they're not just fighting their opponents out there anymore, but they're fighting each other for the roster spots remaining as we look ahead to the final week of the preseason.
Yeah, that's well said, Kate. And every coach will say the same thing across all 32 teams. Don't count numbers.
Yeah.
Don't look around the room.
Yeah.
Don't look at anybody else. Just worry about doing your job. But when you're outside the top 40 or so, you know it. You know you're on the bubble, and your performance in this game really matters.
Enough build-up. The ball is teed up and to go. And we're underway from Kansas City. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So it's taken over for the first time here. And it's going to be the man under center who brings him out now in his 9th.
He isn't just a quarterback with some great natural ability to play the position, Kate. Nope, he's somebody who lives and breathes this game 24/7. 365. No off days for him. If he's not on the field getting his work in, he's in the lab studying, prepping, and thinking, how can I improve so I can handle this opportunity, this opponent, this challenge here in front of me?
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He's going to throw this one. Dump off caught by his back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down, ball at the 36. A give to Bailey. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Here's Bailey again. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Hey, we know running the ball, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throw here. The Chiefs get to him, and he's dropped. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds yards to that play.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. That's taken at the 15. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. So here's the offense for their first drive. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now.
So you want to well, you got to thrive in the spotlight. Be molded by it. Be somebody who plays better and better as the spotlight gets brighter and brighter. And here's somebody who's right at home under the attention of tens of thousands and millions watching and welcomes every chance he gets to put on a show.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Setting up a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They gain 14 on the play. First down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That one's cut along the left sideline. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Play action on 1st down. And the deep ball falls incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
And he's able to get this down to the 36. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. They're throwing it. Complete beyond the marker. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. Short pass brought in. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now a give on the counter. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense.
Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Second drive coming up. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. It's a give here for Bailey. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college, every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later. Defensive coaches all the time limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
That's taken in at the 42. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. Set to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Toss play, short side. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he takes this down to around the 39 before he stopped. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun here. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first. Hand off to the back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
There's absolutely nothing he could do in that situation, Kate. Defense broke through so quickly they had him dead to rights soon after he got the ball in his hands.
And he's going to take this only to about the 31. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Field goal team running out to 3. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They return their offense to the field. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying down the middle with Bailey. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught for the first. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. And 6-3 in the first. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
That one splits the uprights. 4-point lead. On it, team to tee it up and send it away. Returnable from the 1. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Kansas City right after this. About set for the second quarter here. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. And they send a man in motion. They'll run now on 2nd down. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9. They kick the running back in motion. And as that one falls incomplete, complete. All eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a first down here. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that first down. They'll run here, following the penalty. Trying to find some positive yardage. He's across the 45. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They go play action on first. He's got a man left. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. A gain they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still first down.
So after the 5 yards are marched off, here's 1st and 15. Running it after the penalty. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Hauled in left side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. Field goal team running out to 3. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Return lanes don't open for him. He stops shy of the 15. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Going right side, Bailey with it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Starts the return at the 34. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. All right. Field position here as they start out 1st and 10. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Lone back gets the handoff, and he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. Back to throw now. Dialing up a receiver screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Their punt team. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Here's a high kick, hit very well. Marching onto the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They go play action here. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. Picked up at the 38. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they're going to take over possession. All right. Field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And there wasn't much he could do there. A small gain to the 43. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Pass play now. Completed to Sutton. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They're going play action. Blocked by his fullback behind the line. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and the defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The Chiefs' offense set to take over again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. 2nd and 4. Open, so he chucks this to another county.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. Working here. Throwing it again here. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
He has the first over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They'll throw it again. Getting out to his left. Now he takes it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Finds him over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. They'll throw it. Brought in right side. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 24. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. First down from the red zone. This throw is cupped. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. 3rd and final timeout. Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push their lead to 4.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're on offense one last time in this opening half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he does what he can there, up to the 25. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
One final shot before halftime. Gets himself free, and he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Saints 10, Chiefs 6.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in just a moment. Want to remind everyone, this is week 2 of the preseason. These two teams will have one more tune-up after this next week, before the regular season gets started on the Thursday following Labor Day.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Offense out to start this third quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. First throw for the backup now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Finds his man over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Now 2nd and 6.
Another carry for him. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
It's 3rd down and 6.
They'll try and throw it here. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. No return on that punt. Set to take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Jones. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And that interception has set them up beautifully inside the red zone. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. too much on that, and it sails through the end zone incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory. Completions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
From the gun on third down. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The interception into points. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. This one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Here comes the Saints offense. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. They'll run here on first down. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash the defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 38. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. He's keeping it.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
Jones now on third down. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Secures this at the 17. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
The best defensive ends, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
Setting up the running back screen. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core. Football is, in a well-run screen like that, is because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Dump off caught by his back. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Pickup of 9. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing now off play action. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Setting up the screen. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you could run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. This offense making its way back out now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. 1st down throw by Jones. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. To the right, and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory. They've got a short field after that pick. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Now 2nd and 6 at the Saints 17-yard line.
They're going play action. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
That's caught for the 1st. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll try and punch it in. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 1st down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. And they will score! Down Kansas City! The Chiefs pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can and certainly was effective.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs make it a 10-point. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. For their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's a give up the middle. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. They go play fake with Jones. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Three quarters in the books from this one. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. This set it down starts with an option right. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Pressure comes, Jones. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And they have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Jones on first down. Got his target, it's Higgins. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Jones now to throw. He's got it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Going ground on 1st and goal. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. To throw, here's Jones. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. 4-point game here in the 4th. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the 4th. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. Not much on the return. Should have kept that one in the end zone as the tackle's made at the 15-yard line. About to take over. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to one score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Pass play coming here. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. On now comes their punter. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Takes this one at the 40. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. New series coming up following the punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The offense getting set to go. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. On 1st down, it's Jones to throw. Finds a man right side. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true. Game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Nice run across the 15. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Defense making a couple of good stops here, and this brings up 3rd and goal. Here we go, right up the gut. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard, and the goal line stand continues. That brings up 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Offense heading out now. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up second and 7.
Right up the gut. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Changing things up, they're gonna throw now. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've got 1st down. Plowing up the middle. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. We have a timeout here, 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. Front late. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal. But you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
That one right down the middle. Tie and now lead by 7. Up and they will kick this away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line. Their offense running back out now. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
Now, people forward, they need to get set. Back to throw. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Now, people forward, they need to get set. And they get that clock just below 40 seconds to play. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Putting a receiver in motion. Here he is to throw. That one is Incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. And he spikes it here, 18 seconds to go. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Setting up to pass. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Desperation time here on 4th. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. They connect on the deep shot. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
All right, it's only the preseason, Brock, so they're just going to kick this and play for the tie. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout. All right, it's only the preseason, Brock, so they're just going to kick this and play for the tie. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. On 15 to tee it up and send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So in not too long, Brock, we'd be headed for overtime. But as we all know here in the preseason, we're going to leave with a tie. A couple of teams and expanded rosters giving it their all in an entertaining contest ahead of our regular season. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been a nice showing here from our winners as we say so long from Kansas City.